Hello, welcome to this demonstration of a brake service inspection, testing, and diagnostics. My name is contestant number 9332, and today I'll be walking you through an exercise designed to demonstrate the skills identified in the ASA Education Foundation automotive program for automotive brakes, more specifically for the ASC Test A5. I'll be supervised by contestant 9334, who's here to help me recognize the hazardous situations, follow proper protocols, and avoid injury. So first, we'll start off with all our tools required to perform this service. First off, we have our work order here. Lets us know what we're going to be doing to the vehicle, along with having a location where to write down any specifications that we gather from the vehicle. Tools-wise, we have everything here. We have a 3/8 torque wrench. We have a 1/2-inch torque wrench. We have a 21mm socket, a 14mm socket. We have a 1/2-inch air impact. We have a flashlight. We have our brake fluid measurement tool. Lets us know the life of the brake fluid. We already tested that. It was looking good. We have our caliper hanger. Some people use hooks. We're using a bungee on this one. We have a 3/8 long handle ratchet, our brake piston micrometer. We have our dial indicator. We have our brake piston compression tool if we need to reset the piston on the brakes, along with our brake pad measurement tool. Just lets us know the thickness of the brake pads. So over here, we have our 2019 Nissan Versa with a 1.6 liter engine. We have it properly racked up on our 2-post lift from all 4 correct mounting locations. We've added that information from our lifting procedure manual right here. Lets us know the exact location of where we're supposed to lift the vehicle. That's good. So over here, we have our brake assembly. To start off, we have our brake piston over here mounted up on our bungee cord hanging to the side. We already did a quick look at this. Looks like we have no leaks coming from the piston and all of that hardware is looking good. We have this hung up over to the side, trying to make sure that brake hose is not hanging. That way we don't damage it. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to take a look at our hardware over here. Make sure everything is looking good, no rust. Everything's here and looking good. So first thing we're going to take a look at and inspect is the thickness of our pad. So when we grab our tool, we are going to go ahead and start from the 10mm and work our way down until we find the correct thickness of our pads. We're going to check both the top and the bottom of the pad, along with the inside pad and the outside pad, just to make sure we have even wear throughout the pads. So that nothing weird is going on. So first we'll go ahead and take a look at this. Looks like our 10mm is too big. We'll step that down to 8. 8 is almost there, but not exactly. We'll take another step down to 6. 6 is just a little too small. So we're going to go ahead and say that this is measuring at a thickness greater than 6. I will check the other 3 locations. Starting with the 8. 8 is just too big. 6 is just too small. That's looking greater than 6. Do that over here. 8 is too big. 6 has a little wobble, so that's greater than 6. 8 is too big. 6 is looking good. So we're going to go ahead and write down that our pads have a thickness greater than 6mm. Perfect. Now for the rest of this inspection, we're going to go ahead and take off this hardware, make it easier to inspect the rest of the brakes. We'll put our hardware over on the counter. And one thing we are noticing about this hardware, there is no brake quiet applied to this. So when reassembling, we will reapply some of that. Usually there should be some on the brakes so that we can maintain no squeaks while applying the brakes, but this does not have that for some reason, so we will apply that when we are done. So first thing we're going to do now is we're going to check the thickness of the rotor. We're going to grab our micrometer. Using our micrometer, we're going to check 4 locations on the rotor, just checking the thickness of that. So let's come here. All right, so we are measuring a dimension of 0.863 of an inch. All our tools here are measuring in inches, so I will be referring to that. So I'll write down the dimension of 0.863. Perfect, and we will take the 3 other dimensions on this rotor. Perfect, 0.863, we'll write that down. Perfect, another 863. Again. Perfect. And all 4 are measuring at 863. So, according to our specifications from the manufacturer, once we hit the minimum spec of 0.787 of an inch, at that point, any lower than that and it must be thrown away. And if it is left at that minimum spec, it is required to be thrown out or replaced. That way we don't wear out beyond our minimum specification. So now we will go ahead and check the run out. If we were checking run out using the dial, using our micrometer, we'd want to check at least 12 locations throughout the rotor, but because we're using our dial indicator, we're just gonna be setting this instead, and we will get our run out. Gonna apply our dial indicator nice in the center of this rotor, that way we have an even and smooth movement of that dial. We're going to go ahead and zero out our needle so that we can read this nice and easy. Perfect, I got that really quick. So now we're going to go ahead and spin this rotor so that we are checking that run out. We're going to check the positive and negative movement of that needle. Perfect. So after spinning that a few times, I noticed the needle only moved a little bit in the positive direction of about 1/1000 or 1/1000th of an inch. So our manufacturer specification says that if it is within 2/1000ths of an inch, at that point we would have to either resurface or replace this, or yeah. But because we are within that 1/1000, we are totally good, and this rotor is looking good. So we will finish this service. And to complete the service, we would be reinstalling everything, but for now, we will do that later. Otherwise, in conclusion, this exercise demonstrates essential skills for brake service, testing, and diagnosis. By following the ASE standards and using the proper tools and techniques, we can ensure the brake system is functioning safely and efficiently. Thank you for watching this demonstration. I hope you found it informative and helpful. Remember, proper brake maintenance is key to keeping your vehicle safe on the road.